Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps your bank information private when shopping online. Get $5 right now to try the service at plughitzlive.com/privacy. Hello, Internet. I'm Scott with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. We are here at CES Unveiled 2019, and I am standing in front of a screen and a big gold head. We'll find out about that in a second. But first, go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Hi there, my name is Thomas Carmody. I'm Head of Transport and Infrastructure for Cambridge Consultants.
Okay, and what have you got going on behind me? Because it's definitely an interesting display.
Yeah, it might look a little strange, but essentially we're showing what we call DeepRay. So DeepRay is a technology that our AI engineers have developed. And the purpose of DeepRay is to remove distortion from images, essentially, right? So the AI takes a heavily distorted image and removes all of that distortion so you can make sense of what you're seeing. Okay? Yeah?
All right. So in our demo here, the frosted Ripley glass here is to unpredictably adjust the photo on the screen?
Yes, that's right. That's right. So essentially the skull has an embedded webcam. It's connected to a gaming laptop which is running the AI inference. Okay? And you're quite rightly pointed out the distorting media is the glass. Okay. So we're projecting images the AI system has not seen before. Okay. Those get distorted, of course, by the glass. And the purpose then of DeepRay is to remove all of that distortion, and it's doing that in real time. So if I jig the little distorting screen around, DeepRay is able to cope with the variables of light and moving distortion. Okay?
All right. There are obviously a lot of implementations of this.
Yes.
What is your target audience for this?
So there are a ton of applications for this kind of technology. So you can imagine in our near future, there are going to be a lot of robots operating in the real world, relying on cameras. Right. When they're outside in the real world, they're going to be having to cope with extreme weather, rain, dirt, dust, that kind of thing. A good example is the automotive case, right? So autonomous vehicles depend on cameras to make sense of the world. Those cameras are going to get dirty. They're going to get damaged, okay? And DeepRay can be used to remove some of that distortion caused by dirt, caused by damage, so that other machine vision or AI can actually work well and make decisions based on what the car can see, right?
Yeah, we've all seen what happens to our headlights over time, exactly. And that's not even like a precision device.
Exactly. And we are showing the also in parallel to the real-time demonstration of DeepRay, we're showing a case of where we've got distorted road images, sure. And we've got an AI object detection working, but of course because of the heavy distortion, the object detector is not working very well. Sure. When we use DeepRay to remove that distortion, the standard object detection AI's performance drastically improves. So that's to prove the point that this technology, we think, is key to a lot of those autonomous systems that will be operating in the real world in the not too distant future. Okay.
Yeah, because that technology works fine when everything is in a lab condition, but as soon as somebody sneezes in the room, that's kind of the end of it.
Exactly. And autonomous vehicle trials, quite well, the trials are taking place in nice, sunny, same weather conditions, and it's, an autonomous system needs to be able to cope with all sorts of variables, all sorts of weather, and all sorts of real world, real life conditions. Okay?
I actually got an opt-in for autonomous driving on Lyft this morning. So yeah, it's starting to show up in places like Las Vegas where, except for apparently yesterday, it's a pretty predictable weather pattern.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I guess Lyft are not going to take you up into the snowy mountains. It's probably going to be downtown. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. And so obviously we've got a real world demo running behind us. So we're basically at an implementation point.
Most certainly. I mean, this technology with a little further work, you will see this in an embedded computer in the not too distant future. Yes, yeah.
So the intention is for it to not have to run on a gaming PC.
That's right, and in fact, the demonstration that you're seeing here right now on that gaming PC, we're using about 10% of the GPU. So the next step is to get DeepRay to run on an embedded computer, and those computers, as you know, the SoCs from NVIDIA, Qualcomm, that kind of device. Okay. Yeah, is a realistic target, something that we will do hopefully next year. Yeah.
Okay. And who are you hoping? Are you working with partners? Are you looking for partners? Where are you in the getting this to market phase?
So Cambridge Consultants is a technology development organization. So we do about 400 technology projects per year with lots of different customers. Wow. And DeepRay right now, we are looking for partners to take DeepRay and help customers solve real world problems, not only in automotive, but also in other areas. Sure. Such as agri-tech or even in the medical space.
Awesome.
Okay.
So if people are interested in finding out more about this or how they might partner with you to bring this to market, how can they do that?
Well, they can get in touch with our teams if they're based in the US. We've got offices in Boston, Seattle, and San Francisco helping our customers with technology projects. We'd be delighted to speak to them. Okay?
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. For continuing CES 2019 coverage, stay tuned to plughitzlive.com/CES.